A distant star that harbors extraterrestrial life brings dizziness to astrophysicists. A distant star of 1,480 light years away from our planet, lost in the depths of the universe, it's a star that has attracted the attention of most astrophysicists. In science, everything must run according to strict rules. In the case of KIC 8462852, however, the scientists' data are ambiguous. The star's brightness is not constant but fluctuates, falling as much as 20% below what is expected, a huge percentage to be considered negligible. Is this a mere coincidence caused by a random natural phenomenon, or is there something more impressive behind KIC 8462852's reduced brightness? The first scenario, a cloud of giant comets covers the star, and even the passage of a very large planet the size of Jupiter in front of the star would reduce its brightness by only 1%. The case of 20 such planets passing at the same time does not exist, so some other explanation must be given to justify this paradox. This is the NASA picture of it right there in the square. The first, and in theory the most likely scenario, is that the eclipse is created by a family of large comets. However, this hypothesis shows very large gaps. The mass of comets required to block that much light is much larger than the Kuiper belt at the border of our solar system. That does not seem at all likely, and if so, then it's puzzling how much has such a huge comet cloud gathered around the star. But beyond that, according to renowned astrophysicist Bradley Schaefer, the brightness of Tabby star drops almost 16% every century, and this, if the comet scenario were true, assumes that the region around the star is constantly accreting comets. The professor's estimate is that about 648,000 giant comets are needed to create this phenomenon. He says, I don't think it's possible that such a large number of comets have accumulated around a star. The comets cannot be synchronized to pass at the same time and block the light. This is what also was emphasized by American scientists. Further studies have already begun around the comet, the scenario of comets around the planet, and as of now, however, the scenario is up in the air. The second scenario, an alien energy harvesting mechanism, distant star. The second scenario, which could explain the phenomenon of the punctured star, crosses the borders of science fiction, but when science throws up its hands, then space is created for more extreme hypotheses. According to astrophysicist Jason Wright, the star's diminished light could be due to some extraterrestrial existence in the vicinity. As the American explains, the holes that exist around the star could be, instead of comets, special energy collection mechanisms installed by an alien civilization. Wright's case has excited the scientific community, even though it's completely unproven. Many astrophysicists have grappled with this idea. Many articles have been written about this shocking possibility, even if there is not the slightest evidence to support it. At a time when space exploration seems like a dream that's finally coming to fruition, after the discoveries on Mars and the upcoming manned missions, Wright's script fit a glove. Astrophysicists seem more ready than ever to scan the universe for extraterrestrial life, so they're not going to let this opportunity go to waste. The new NASA telescope that will provide answers in a few years without clear clues until we can look more clearly at the region of the distant star, scientists will be limited to theoretical debates around scenarios. However, the answer to the questions raised by the existence of Tabby star will probably be given within the next decade. And NASA is preparing a new state-of-the-art telescope, 100 times more powerful than Hubble, which is going to open the eyes of scientists. The U.S. agency's most expensive investment in recent years will be completed. And we do have the James Webb telescope up, but the Rubin telescope will be going up next year. Among the targets of the most powerful lens ever created will be the mysterious star, so the answers will come in due time to solve the huge question: that have justifiably been created. Is it the comets? Is it the aliens? Or is it some other phenomenon that has not been observed before? We'll find out in a few years. Please leave your comments, and thank you for your support. Please support my Patreon account. The daily posts are 5 videos daily, and they are totally different from what I have on my YouTube channel. Thank you so much for your support and that you find all my content so interesting. You'll find the Patreon account details in the description box below.